Hey guys, how's it going? DUJ2 here, and welcome back to Fortnite. Alright guys, so, um, lots to talk about. We have a lot to talk about. The first thing I want to talk about is, check it out. So today was my 217th day. I got myself 150 V-Bucks. Very nice. But check it out. In 7 days, on day 224, I'm going to be getting 800 V-Bucks. Yowzers. That's pretty awesome, actually. 800 V-Bucks. So in a week, I'll be getting 100 V-Bucks. So yeah, so that's yet another thing. Make sure, even if you're like not playing this game hardcore, make sure you log in every single day so that you are able to get yourself those V-Bucks. Okay, really quickly, I do want to, you know what? Let's just jump into this first. Let's talk development roadmap. Today is the 15th. Right now it is 10 p.m. Oh, it's 10 p.m. It's 10 p.m. where I am right now, and on the 15th of June. And normally on the around mid-June, so usually at the beginning of the month and at the middle of the month, we get development roadmaps. For those of you who don't know what those are, something really cool that Epic Games and the developers, what they do is they kind of give us hey, this is kind of what we're working on, this is what's coming in the next next few weeks or the next part of the month. Right now, according to the previous development roadmap, we know that right now we're on patch 4.4. We just had update 4.4.1, which was player reporting. And we know that next week, as you guys know, I've explained this before, we have 1 week that is a patch update, and then the next week is a content update. Usually for us in Save the World, that doesn't really mean much. I mean, we get either a new weapon or a new hero or something like that. But there's no big bug fixes. There's no like big changes. Like, I know a lot of people who play also Battle Royale, you guys know that every single week you get a new mode or something. There's a lot of big changes that happen in Battle Royale, but again, their game modes are more one certain type of mode and everyone jumps into it, whereas ours are, it's a little different. It's a different way that our game works. And when we get patch updates is when we usually get storyline. So currently we're in the blockbuster story. We're in part 3 right now. We have one more part to go. So next week, for those of you wondering, we are going to get a new constructor. It's going to be a new constructor hero coming. And that's it. We're not going to be right now. We have the current story that we have, and we are on that story until the following week. So the last week of June, I guess, then. So we are going to be seeing, so the last week of June, the week of the 25th is when we are going to be seeing patch 4.5. And today I was hoping to do a video talking about that update, talking about the development roadmap, because they would actually tell us, hey, this is what's coming, this is what we're thinking. You're going to, kind of like a little bit of a sneak peek in the next few weeks. But today is the first day that we are not going to get that. Instead, we got ourselves this. We got ourselves a state of development blog coming soon. So that's what we've had. We've had blogs. Let me just read it first. So it says, heya folks. A lot of you have been asking for more in-depth information about Save the World's future plans. We're working on a state of development post to give you a peek into the development process and some things that are currently in the works. We won't post a roadmap today as we are working hard on the state of development write-up that we'll share early next week. It will contain insight into what features are coming, why some things are prioritized over others, and what we have planned for the future. We strive to be transparent as we can. We can't wait to share what we have planned. Thanks, the Fortnite team. Okay, so I kind of understand why they would say this. I mean, obviously a what are they calling it? State of development is different. Thank you to whoever's following right now. I appreciate it. Or subscribing. I appreciate it. Let me go ahead and turn those off right now. We can't see them anyway. So a state of development blog post is different than a roadmap. The roadmaps, like I said, they usually, talk about to us in a couple of weeks. This is what's coming. What I do find the most important here is that they are saying It will contain insight into what features are coming, why some things are prioritized over others, and what we have planned for the future. The why are some things prioritized over others? Now, personally, for me, um, I usually just stick to reading the posts that they like in the forum posts and everything, or on Reddit. I usually just stick to reading what they post for us. I know that a lot of people post a lot of other stuff. Usually I try not to watch or not to read all that stuff. Just like I've explained to you guys, I try not to really watch other people who play Save the World and post videos on it on YouTube, because I don't want to inadvertently or, like subconsciously copy someone else. Like if someone shares something or someone does something, I don't want to be like, oh, like, let me talk about this without giving proper credit to the person. If someone else shares something, if someone else finds something, if someone else does something, yeah, I definitely want to give them proper credit for it. Which actually, I wish I had it ready. I don't. But there is someone who made a very, very cool graphic on Reddit for Save the World, kind of like a don't trade thing. Or don't scam thing. I forget what it said. But I'm going to be posting this soon. Actually, I'm going to tweet that out maybe tomorrow morning. And I will show it to you guys in my next video. He did give me permission to do it, so I really want to show it. It's really cool. But anyway, so that's kind of why I try not to, read a lot of things. I just try and stick on this. But it does seem like there are a lot of people who are asking for more in-depth information about, like I said, about Save the World's future plans. Now, why is this? Let me kind of explain where a lot of us who have been playing this game for a little while, and some of us who really love the game and want to get into it. Let me kind of explain where we are and what we're thinking right now. So, let's talk about two big things that I want to talk about. I want to talk about Battle Royale, and I want to talk about player reporting a little more. Battle Royale. What is Battle Royale? If you don't know what Battle Royale is, wow. It's amazing. You know what? Like I've said before, personally for me, it is not the game mode for me. I personally do not enjoy that type of gameplay or that game mode in a game. I'm more like this. I'm more about building, taking my time, progressing through a storyline. I love that in games. But Battle Royale is huge. I mean, it's gigantic. For those of you who watched E3 and everything they did there, that was absolutely enormous. It was huge. So, of course, Epic Games wants to develop it. I mean, it is an amazing game mode in the game. It's a game of itself now. So of course they are going to develop a lot of it, and of course, if it is making them a very large amount of money and the majority of their money, why wouldn't they want to focus more attention on developing that, creating more, increasing their profits, etc., etc. That's just, it's you can't judge them for that. That's just what they're doing. Just like whenever there's personally some it's just how it is. Congratulations to Epic Games. Congratulations to them for building, for figuring out and creating a game that is so appealing to so many people and so much fun. For me, like I said, Battle Royale is okay, but let me put it this way: if there was no Save the World, yeah, I'd be playing Battle Royale. You guys would watch me play Battle Royale if there was no Save the World. But personally, for me, I prefer the Save the World format. I prefer this game. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys I'm not a little salty, because I am. We were here first. I pre-ordered Save the World. I didn't pre-order Battle Royale. So as much time, effort, and money as I've put into this game, I would really like to see the developers really develop the game and care for it. And they have. They really have. If you focus all your attention just on Save the World and just what they do for Save the World, I mean, this game has progressed very well. It's constantly being updated. We constantly have events. We don't really have much new in the sense of like personally for me, I think by now it would be wonderful if we could upgrade our pickaxe even more. Like, think about it. If we could reskin our pickaxe, if we could find parts for different pickaxes, if we could just buy new pickaxes, like, you know, with daily coins or something, you know, if we could upgrade and develop our pickaxe, there's so many different ways and so many different skins, so many different parts. For example, if you can't help but not watch Save the World, all the different cool pickaxes they have, we could have them too, and they could make it really a something of a grind, not even a grind, but just, you know, like a reward of sorts. You know, collect, I don't know, 20 pieces of candy that are hidden in in all bunch of different missions to be able to make a certain one, you know. Or right now that we have the Save the World and stuff, you know, or the Blockbuster event, find different pieces of stuff, you know, things that wouldn't even be marked on your map, you know, things that like completionists, what's it called, you know, like in battle royale, finding the rubber duckies, or posing in front of the cameras, things like that, you know, achievements. If you were able to complete certain achievements in Save the World, that could give you certain parts to create a new pickaxe, you know, even we could have some really powerful pickaxes too. Like, why not? Why not have pickaxes that give you a bunch of weird and crazy things? Like, you hit a husk and it freezes them, you know, with a certain pickaxe. You'll have a pickaxe that will will have a knockback of like 8,000 but damage of 1, you know, so you can like you can like throw husks across the map, you know. A pickaxe that has like a rocket on it, so that you could like jump and swing, and it will like take you really far through things. There's so much fun stuff that could be done with so much in the game. And I look at the game right now and I see that we got to remember, this game, our Save the World game, is in beta. Everyone who's playing it right now is playing a Founders Edition of the game. We are playing the game to help the developers perfect their game. We're helping them. The game hasn't officially released, you know. It's like, it's still in that's what they said, you know. It's still a Founders Edition. Once the game is fully released, as were their intentions for the beginning, to make it go free, maybe they'll make it go cheaper. Maybe it'll be $5 or $10 or something like that, you know. But until then, we are all trying to help the developers to perfect their game. So I understand why right now in the game we're seeing more focus on bugs in the game. We're seeing focus on the recombobulator system. We're seeing focus on adjustments. We're seeing focus on so much graphical stuff and bug stuff, like all the changes they've done to the husks, the different balance changes. They've done so much behind the scenes that isn't actually like content. You know what I mean? So yeah, we don't have storyline in Canny or in Twine Peaks. I've heard this several times from people. Our quests they're a little harder now, because you have to do multiple quests sometimes to collect everything, but it's not like you really have to do much of anything in the quest. You just run the same quest you normally do and find the check marks, you know, and listen to the story. Listen to Ray or you know, or Spitfire or Locke or whatever, just chatting away and telling us kind of like what's going on in the story. There isn't anything very different in that sense. There isn't anything that you have to, like, there isn't new quest modes that we have to do, like brand new things. Like there isn't a mission where you go in and you just have to, like, I don't know, build a giant bridge. You know, build a giant bridge while trying to prevent lobbers from hitting you, you know. You have like a certain amount of time and certain amount of resources to build something and then defend it, you know. Well, we kind of have that a lot, but you know what I mean, like different maps, different areas. Now there is a new map coming soon. They did say that, let's see, they did say that I don't know where it says here. Block assault rifle. Okay, so they did say that, but they didn't really tell us when we were going to be getting a new. I remember seeing something about them saying there was going to be a new map coming soon. So it is very possible that we will be seeing a new map in the game. But for now, you know, this is what we have. But yeah, even seeing new maps in the game, new modes like that, you know, like certain quests where you only can do certain things or only use certain heroes, or just new scenery, new landmarks. And this is coming from someone who really enjoys the game, but at a certain point, I'm sure a lot of you guys know this, the game, it gets a little stagnant, you know, seeing the exact same areas or kind of the same areas, because you can go into the same mission several times, and sometimes like the system, it generates a new map, kind of, you know, like the map is kind of the same, but sometimes there's something missing, sometimes there is a dirt burger there, sometimes there's not, sometimes there's a coffee place. So things kind of, you know, can become like that. So for me personally, I feel that that is a big part of when a lot of us, you know, or a lot of people say, you know, there's no content in it, there's nothing new in the game, because even though the game is gigantic, even though you can continue progressing, and I don't believe many people are done with Twine yet. I don't think many of us are done there yet. Most of us are still kind of, you know, like still behind, or progressing. So even though it feels like that sometimes, that we're not all there yet, you know, it can be like we still have a ways to go. We have a ways to go is all I'm going to say. So that could be why a lot of people are saying there's no content. And you know what, for me, this is something I've said before to a lot of times. If you try and do the entire update, like there's a new blockbuster storyline, right? If you try and get it done, all of it right away, and finish it, of course you're not going to have anything new to do, you know. It would be great, maybe, like I said before, imagine if we had a new pickaxe that was released with each new event, and you had to replay the same quest over and over, and you could replay them over and over and over again, like that crater one. Oh my goodness, if we could replay the crater mission, that mission was beautiful. It would have been awesome. But anyway, but if you could replay the same quest over and over again, that like in the same storyline, and collect parts, you know, and collect parts for a new pickaxe, you know, like, I don't know, 20 parts, 100 parts, whatever. But if we could collect that to create a new pickaxe, and then even upgrade the pickaxe, make the pickaxe better, I think it would be really awesome. It would be really awesome if we had that additional replayability, because we already have tons of replayability in this game. For those of you who have watched me play other games, you know that that's something that I always talk about, is the replayability of a game. How much replayability does a game have? This game has absolutely tons of it. More because we're always getting new weapons, new event weapons, and you can play non-stop and collect all the gold you want, collect all the experience you want, and everything you possibly can get from different missions, so that you can progress in the game and you can get stronger and better. So that's a big thing in that sense. But I feel that that's when a lot of people say, you know, that a lot of people are asking for more in-depth information about the future plans, because a lot of people would like to see, and that's the case. A lot of us who are playing Save the World can't help but look over at the greener grass on the other side of the fence. Look over and see the Save the World the Battle Royale people. See Battle Royale. See all the crazy, amazing things that they're doing. And of course, it makes sense, because it is a very popular game. And of course, you've got all sorts, millions of people playing Battle Royale. Of course, they're going to dedicate more time and money and effort to developing that game. So, of course, a lot of us are looking at that and being like, wow, that's awesome. Why can't we get more? You know, why can't we get more story update? Why don't we have story in Canny yet? Why don't we have this? Why don't we have that? You know, like all of the different heroes that they get, and all the different skins that they get. But again, and that's another thing that I want to talk about. They do get a lot of skins, but you guys have to remember, their weapons and their skins, they don't give them anything, any special abilities. For us, they do. Now, would it be better, as I've said before, if we had like a single hero that we could put different skins on? Maybe, you know, but I kind of feel like that would be kind of, you know, losing a lot of in the game. for now, I think that where we are in the game, it's it's fine the way it is. Personally, for me, I don't really mind when we get a lot of heroes that come and they're just reskinned, because for me, I kind of feel like it's I stick to a handful of heroes, and those are just the ones I want to develop. If a new one comes along, yeah, I really would like to use them. Now, personally, for me, and this is just for me, I focus more on how the hero looks. I like more their outfit. I like how they look, and then I'll make it work. Like, I love the Jonesy we're using right now, the Stone Jonesy. He's so cool. And so like right now, you guys, you know what? I would love if I could make my current Jonesy, if I could give him the abilities that Raven has. I would love to have mine Jonesy as that. Or, I mean, it would be a dream come true if we could pick and choose abilities like we do with the reperking system, and just build our perfect, hero. Our perfect hero, the way he looks with the skin, pick and choose different perks, just build the best one that we possibly could. That'd be really fun. That would be really fun. But again, the game is designed a certain way. I understand why it's balanced the way it is. It's just a matter of, learning to play the game with that balance. So, the last thing I want to talk about in this topic is when they say why some things are prioritized over others, and what they have planned for the future. I'd love to know what they have planned in the future, but I do feel that a lot of times whenever, we see that, it feels like, I know a lot of people say, why are we getting this instead of them working on this? And that's the whole prioritization factor. I really want to hear what they have to say. I really do, guys. I really want to hear what they have to say, because you know what? I love this game. You guys know that. I really enjoy playing this game. I want to continue playing this game for a very long time, and I love streaming it and then sharing with you guys, and trying different things. It's very, very fun. And even though right now in my personal life I have a lot going on and I just have not had the time, I'm really looking forward for things to settling down so I can stream and play this game a lot more again, and just progress through it a lot more. So I do want to know. I do want to know why they prioritize certain things. I do hope that it's for the reasons I think they are. And with regards to the future of this game, I know that we have people on both sides of the fence when it comes to this game going free to play. I've heard both sides. I've heard both arguments. I really do hope that is something they're going to be announcing soon, because for me, this game going free to play would mean a gigantic more of people coming to play the game who enjoy this type of gameplay and this type of game mode, but unfortunately don't have the financial capacity to buy it. I firmly believe that there are a lot of people who play Battle Royale who don't really enjoy the Battle Royale format that much. But it's free. So that is a huge factor in that sense. And I do feel that even though, yes, if this game goes free to play, there will be a massive amount of people who will not play the game. I don't want to say play the game correctly, but with the proper game etiquette. I know that's going to happen. I know that's a possibility. So if that happens, I believe that is what they're taking steps for, like with the player reporting and such, because they do want to avoid those type of issues. And I think that they're making other changes. I think that a lot of the changes that they're making in the game, the bug changes, the bug fixes, the balances in the game, I think that those are a big part of them preparing for more growth in the game, hopefully. So when they tell us what they have planned for the future, I really hope that is part of it, and I really hope to see a lot of other things that I personally have been looking for. More story. Because I do enjoy the story. I do really enjoy the story, and being in Canny, I really miss Ray. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Actually, I do actually want to talk about the perk, sorry, not the perk system, the player reporting. For those of you who haven't seen my video, I did do a video talking about the player reporting system. I'm going to do more. I'm going to do more of I'm going to talk more about that. This video has already gone out very long, so I'm going to save it for the next video. I'm going to talk about the player reporting system and how I feel that it's starting to affect our game, because I have seen a lot of negative comments concerning the player reporting system, and yeah, I do want to talk about that and about a couple other things that we can do to help, help each other to maintain the game, to keep the game being very fun and enjoyable and helpful. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it there, guys. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'm sorry that I'm not talking about the development roadmap this one, but I do like the fact that they did communicate with us, tell us that we're not getting one today, but we are going to be getting a state of development blog post in about a week. So, well, no, in a few days, because it's already Friday. Actually, it's already Saturday almost, isn't it? Yeah, it's almost already Saturday. So yeah, so in a few days, we will be receiving a state of development blog post. I'm looking forward to seeing what they say on there. So thank you very much for watching, guys. As always, I am DUJ2. If you guys enjoy what I do on my channel, if you guys enjoyed this video, please do me a gigantic favor and have yourself a wonderful day. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for spending your time to watch my video. I really appreciate it. Have a great day or a great night. And I'll see you guys next time. See ya.